What's going on, everybody? You can call me Heroes 3 Guy, and this video is another special abilities video. Today, we're going to cover the Shoots Twice special ability, which belongs to two units in this game, the Marksmen and the Grand Elves. Mind you, this ability is not on their unupgraded versions, the Archers and the Wood Elves. Now, you may be thinking, what about the Ballista, or the Catapult, or even the Cyclops and Cyclops Kings when they attack castle walls? And yes, that's true. The Cyclopses and the Cyclops Kings do shoot twice when attacking castle walls, as does the Catapult when the hero has at least advanced level ballistics. And yes, it is also true that the Ballista shoots twice when the hero has at least advanced level artillery. But I'm going to cover the Catapult and the Cyclops and Cyclops Kings special ability, along with the secondary skill ballistics, in a separate video. And then I'm going to make yet another video that goes over the Ballista and the secondary skill artillery. As far as for the Marksman and Grand Elves special ability to shoot twice, it may appear that this ability is simple and straightforward. However, there are some key mechanics that I think all players should be aware of that have to do with damage, luck, and moral. I'm also going to show you guys a fun fact about this special ability, and then I'm going to go over a brief guide on how best to utilize the Marksmen and Grand Elves with their special ability, Shoots Twice. Regarding Shoots Twice and damage, there are two things I want you guys to be aware of. The first is that when you hover your cursor over a potential target, and you look at the bottom of the screen, and you see the damage range provided, that shows how much damage one arrow will do, not both shots. The second thing I want you guys to be aware of is that the second shot will not necessarily do the same amount of damage as the first shot. Each shot is calculated independently of each other. So we'll go ahead and have these Grand Elves hit these Marksmen. They shot twice. You look at the bottom here, you click, brings up the battle log. Their first arrow did a little over 11,000 damage, whereas their second arrow did a little under 10,000 damage. Regarding luck and the Shoots Twice special ability, each shot has its own individual chance to get lucky or unlucky, depending on whether or not you have positive or negative luck. So just because your first shot is lucky, it does not mean that your second shot is also going to have the advantages of luck. You could have no luck on your first shot, luck on your second shot. You could have luck on your first shot, no luck on your second shot. You could have luck on both shots, or luck on neither one of them. And the same goes for negative luck and getting unlucky. So if you look here, no luck, 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 no luck, no luck. Regarding moral and the special ability Shoots Twice, it's a little different than damage and luck. So we've discussed that damage and luck, each shot is factored individually. But when it comes to moral, you will only ever get moral after your second shot. You will not ever get moral after your first shot to then redo your first shot and then shoot your second shot and maybe get moral then as well. You get simply another turn. Each turn consists of two shots. So I have a fun fact for you guys regarding the Shoots Twice special ability. But before I do, I have one more quick mechanic to explain to you guys. Now, all ranged creatures have a certain amount of shots. For instance, these Marksmen have 24 shots, so in battle, they can shoot up to 24 times before they're forced to use their melee attack. So does the Shoots Twice ability use just one of their shots, or does it use two? It does, in fact, use two. If you notice, their shots went from 24 to 22. Now, what happens if you're down to just one shot left? If you look here at these Grand Elves, they're down to their final shot. Do they shoot twice still, or do they just shoot once? And the answer is, in the Horn of the Abyss, they now only shoot once. So the last thing I want to go over regarding the Shoots Twice special ability is a little bit of a guide on how best to use both the Grand Elf and the Marksman with that special ability. And it comes down to early game, how you build up your dwellings. So let's say you've already purchased your capital, You have your castle, of course, and some of these more basic buildings. And now it's time to build your dwellings. Well, you kind of have two different approaches. So the first one is you could buy your level 1 dwelling, next turn upgrade it. You could buy your level 2 dwelling, next turn upgrade it. Buy your level 3 dwelling, next turn upgrade it, and so on. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you buy the unupgraded version of 1, and then unupgraded version of 2, so on and so forth. And then once you purchase them all, then you start purchasing the upgraded versions. Now, a good player will lean towards that end of the spectrum. And the reason for that being is that they want to get as many creatures growing. Earlier, the better. So it doesn't matter if you have the upgraded or unupgraded version of a dwelling. It will still accumulate creatures week by week. So it's important to try to get as many dwellings before day 1. Whereas if you upgrade them immediately after purchasing them, you're not going to be able to buy as many in that early week of the game, whether it's the first or second week, or even the third. However, there are times where a good player will make an exception to this. And since the special ability shoots twice only applies to the upgraded version of the archer and the wood elf, sometimes it is in your best interest to get the upgraded version of these units instead of continuing to get the unupgraded dwellings. And the reason for that being is the whole point of getting all the unupgraded dwellings first is to have a powerful early game army for early game exploration. You want to try to accumulate as many as possible. That one extra week's worth of creature growth can make all the difference. Well, the special ability shoots twice is an extremely powerful early game special ability. It really enhances your early game army and allows you to explore the adventure map with much more efficiency. So I would prioritize, if I were you, upgrading these 2 units sooner than you otherwise would units of similar level. I hope you guys enjoyed my video on the special ability Shoots Twice. I hope you found it educational and entertaining. If you would, please like this video and comment on it. And it would mean a lot to me if you could please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.